So here's a prime example of something I've bought, and I've kept this building. This was a office building in Newport, town called Newport, Arkansas. It was a tax foreclosure deed auction. I went to the auction. That was it there on the left. No one bid against me, and I got it for $5,000. I then spent about $90,000, $5,000. Yeah.
Wow.
That's all. And then, as you can see on the right hand side, I fixed it up. I made it a business center. So actually, I can talk a bit more about this story because I've got more time. So I bought it for $5,000, and then I was wondering what to do with it. I drove around the area and I was like, yes, there's a few rundown buildings here, but I don't see any like business centers or like startup places. So I went next door and I spoke to the Economic Development Commissioner guy, and I said, his name was John. I said, John, I've bought this building next door, and I'm looking around and I'm trying to see what I could do with it. What do you do in this town for like startups, like small businesses, like, you know, people that have a business at home and they want a cheap office space, like a hub? And he went, yeah, we ain't got nothing like that. I said, well, what about if I make that a business center? Like, there's 7 offices upstairs. I can do cheap month-to-month rentals, and then downstairs I have like just 2 retail spaces. And he went, that'd be great. He said, I can get you a grant for that, probably $15,000.
Wow.
Okay, $15,000. I'll take that. Obviously, he must have knew I just paid $5,000 for it. So like, I pretty much got the building for nothing, and I had $10,000 to spend on the windows on the roof. So that's an addition to that story I didn't talk about at Outlook. So
and I want to
that you can do.
Just sort of go back a little bit too.
Yeah.
There's a few key things in there, the kinds of things that we talk about when we're talking about looking at properties, right? Doing the research, going and talking to the Economic Development Office. I mean, I know when Joan and I went to Michigan and Illinois and Indiana, you know, a lot of the small cities that we went into and the big cities we stopped in, we talked to the chambers of commerce, we talked to the economic development people. You know, we asked them the same kind of questions, right? Like, if we're going to buy this mobile home park, do you want this in your community? So,
That's
and then,
right.
and then they say, yeah, not only do we want it, but we're going to. So it really helps to get down there in person, go and have a look around, or work with your team so that you're look at it. So these are, you know, these are the kinds of things that kind of flow no matter what you're investing in. But it's great to just hear that you're doing exactly what people are supposed to do. So
That's
awesome.
right.
Great
Well, the other thing you got to think about these communities when you go to these auctions, you got to remember this building has been sitting like this, like a dumpy old building, an eyesore for about 3 years. So you get someone going to the town with fresh ideas, fresh money, going to do this, that. They're all over it. They want you to come into the town. They want you to invest in the town and bring a fresh set of eyes on things. So they're willing to work with you. So that's what I like about working in some of these smaller towns as well.
Yeah, awesome.